I'm singing some songs from my catalog, from my album, actually, Me For You. I think it's gonna be fun. I like all my performances to be fun and interactive. It's that moment where you get to share the same space with your fans. It's a good song, and I think, like all good music from all the greats, it's timeless. It's timeless, and people are able to. It's very easy to sing along to. My mother has been like my biggest cheerleader, and I always try to promote that, because if I didn't look at her in that light, then I wouldn't be able to look at any other woman on the face of this earth in that light. It starts with her, really. I admire vocals, delivery, in terms of performance. I admire the artistry behind the writing. So these are certain things that, I tend to draw inspiration from. I always like to write from a metaphoric standpoint. That's always been my thing, It doesn't matter what the topic is. I like to keep it interesting by giving people something to think about. Like, I remember being on a plane, for 10, 11 hours, and getting off that plane and going on to a stage immediately afterwards. Just running to your hotel, maybe get a shower, and then heading on stage. And it's that kind of devotion that will keep you up there, because all the top guys are doing it, and these are people who have been in the business for quite a while. So when you, as a newcomer, you get here, it's no different. In fact, it's even more intense for you. If it's not broken, don't fix it. If the formula works, then you shouldn't change it, basically. It's about staying consistent. It's about staying relevant, and not necessarily trying to use controversy to stay relevant, but through your work and that which is evident. So it is basically these qualities that I've just listed that is going to keep me up there. My dad actually gave me that name when I was a baby, and I'm really glad when I met my manager, Mr. Dillon, that we kind of stuck with it, because it became like a household name. And I'm usually a pretty shy and reserved guy, so when I hear my fans call me by the name that I've always been called by, then it feels a little bit more at home, and it makes me feel a little bit more relaxed. You got to keep yourself busy. Don't just be, channeling all the energy. You have to sometimes. It's like a catapult. Tyrese once said it, and I totally believe him. Sometimes life is like a catapult. You pull back. The further you get pulled back, is the further you're going to project, forward. When you get that break. So. Sometimes you got to look at the situation, like that. Because there are good songs on the album. It's that simple. There are very good songs on the album, and it's getting to know the artist on a deeper level. That's what an album is about anyway,